From the Moss Pit in Edmonton, right next to Rogers Place, alongside a cherished Edmonton goaltender. Of course, we focus on the netminders. Doobie, let's start with Sergei Bobrovsky, who earlier in this series, I was already starting to chisel his name into the Conn Smythe. A lot of people were. It's been a tough go for him of late. 11 goals allowed on the last 44 shots he's faced. What are you seeing?
Well, it is certainly strange. We watched those first three games, and it seemed like this guy was completely unbeatable, and it just nothing was going to change. But I don't know, when you have a team like the Edmonton Oilers and you look at the chances they were getting, besides game 2 where they really got shut down, they're relentless, and they're getting these grade A chances over and over and over again. And they start to go in, and the confidence can waver a little bit. I don't if it's a little bit of fatigue. I don't know if that's the case. Bob takes as good a care of himself as anybody in the league. But when you have an 8-goal game, I know he didn't give up all 8, but things start to happen a little quicker in front of you, and maybe you don't have the exact trust that you had before defensively as far as what's going on in front of you, so it can change the way you see. And a lot of times when that starts to happen, your instinctual reaction is to sink back in the net because you're not as comfortable with what's going on in front, so you're coming back, you can see more in front of you, and that seems to be a little bit of the case with what's going on with Bob.
What we love about this time of year is you've got the very best players in the world, the very best teams in the National Hockey League. I think about when it was 2-0 in Game 5, and there's Connor McDavid looping in, wearing a Superman S on the front and back instead of the 97. He goes sharp angle, and he beats Bob to make it 3-0. How did that play unfold?
There's so many things when you play against Connor McDavid, the speed that he has, it makes you think. And then, like I was mentioning before with that, if there's a little bit of retreat out of Bob and he's not as aggressive or feeling as comfortable because he has been hit on the back door so many times, and you start to feel like there's maybe 6 or 7 Edmonton players on the ice. Now you get McDavid coming 100 miles an hour at you, and we see a play out of Bobrovsky that we don't usually see where he stays on his feet in that situation. And I don't think we could find a clip of Bob not playing the RVH in that situation. So that situation can play where maybe he got caught a little flat-footed because McDavid was flying in, and he's thinking about the back door because, like I said, it's been hit multiple times. And then, when the brain starts turning a little bit, he gets a little bit flat, stays on his feet, and McDavid will make you pay worse than anybody because he never looks down at the puck. So he's just staring at Bob and sees a hole and puts it there.
Let's shift our focus from the crease that Bob occupies, the other end of the rink. Stuart Skinner. They call it winning time. You get to games 4 through 7 this spring. Stuart Skinner, he's been criticized at times, not a peep about what he's done games 4 through 7, including this round so far. 9 wins, 0 losses, save percentage, .938. Doobie, that makes friends, that gets the fans going. Most of all, it's got his team right back in the thick of it, trying to win the Stanley Cup.
Well, and it's impressive to see. This is a young goalie who's taken a lot of heat from the start of these playoffs. Pickard came in and won a game, and all he's done is come back and get better and better. And you can tell that his teammates have a ton of confidence in him because over and over, in times where maybe he was getting a little bit of heat that unfairly, you could hear the way his teammates talked about him. They had confidence in him. They had his back. And he just seems to get stronger, like you said, as the series go on. And especially with a newer team, like a Florida team that you don't play very often, maybe he just settles in and gets a little more used to how the game is going to happen in front of him. He's making timely saves and allowing the guys in front of him to have a ton of confidence to go and score goals at the other end.
If you lean towards Rogers Place, you can already hear them yelling, "Stu!" 74 is going to be ready to go. For Doobie, I'm Tony at the Moss Pit, enjoying ourselves in Edmonton.